From the very day that the Sheikh Hasina government fell and Sheikh Hasina fled from that country, almost pursued by rampaging, rabid mobs in that country, Bangladesh has been a platform for anti-minority persecution. Hindus, Christians, Buddhists have come under targeted attack almost meticulously, almost in an organized manner in different parts of Bangladesh. And even with an entire clamor, an entire climate of denial, including by members of India's opposition, doyens of the Western free press, fact-checkers in different parts of the world, the persecution has continued. And it has been permitted to continue because those denying that anti-Hindu persecution has been taking place in Bangladesh have basically normalized not acknowledging it. Because even reasonable, normal people have been wondering if so many prominent figures have been saying that Hindus are safe in Bangladesh, then that must be true. Except the truth has a habit of breaking through the surface at the most inconvenient of times. Take what's happening in Bangladesh right now. These are images that are not generated by AI viewer. They are not created by me. But this Hindu monk who has been hitting the streets since October, pleading for more legal protection of Hindu minorities in Bangladesh who are clearly and proven to be under a targeted campaign of persecution under the Yunus government in Bangladesh, has been arrested. What it has triggered, what it has inflamed are Hindus who are tired of being on target in the last 4 months with absolutely no assurance from the Yunus government that anything is going to be done to either stop the persecution or to give them more legal protection. The truth of the matter is, Muhammad Yunus, a Nobel laureate, someone who's won a Nobel Peace Prize, is in charge of what's happening in Bangladesh right now. But centered around one Hindu monk now who's been arrested just for protesting and asking for more protection for Hindus, Muhammad Yunus stands completely exposed. A Hindu monk being dragged away by Bangladesh police in Chittagong for agitating over the plight of Hindu minorities in the country. Chinmoy Krishnadas, head of the Pundarik Dham, member of the Bangladesh Sanatan Jagran Manch, and a vocal advocate for the rights of Hindus in the country, has been charged with sedition. And why? Because he led protests in October seeking greater legal protection for persecuted minority Hindus by the new Muhammad Yunus government that has been overseeing a campaign of persecution of Hindu minorities since they came to power in August. And also for hoisting a saffron flag, which the Bangladesh government has used to accuse Chinmoy Das of disrespecting Bangladesh's national flag. As he was taken to court on Tuesday, Das spoke out, urging Hindu groups to continue their agitations. Das was previously affiliated with ISKCON and served as its spokesperson. Through his work with ISKCON, he has frequently raised concerns over the safety and rights of Hindus in Bangladesh, particularly in light of targeted attacks against the community. On Monday, shortly after Das's arrest, protests erupted in Dhaka and other parts of the country, leaving several people injured. The Indian government has stepped in, expressing deep concern over the denial of bail to the Hindu monk and reiterated concerns over rising extremism against minorities in Bangladesh, sharply criticizing the crackdown on protesters in the wake of his arrest. The Yunus government's targeted enforcement of law on a Hindu monk while giving extremists a conspicuous free hand to target minorities has become increasingly clear. 26 days ago, just before winning the US election, Donald Trump had issued a strong warning against minority persecution in Bangladesh. 3 months after coming to power, come January, the Yunus government will have a far less friendly face in the White House, one that won't look away as it permits communal extremism to run riot on the streets of Bangladesh. Bureau Report, India Today. And joining me live now from Bangladesh is a Bangladeshi Hindu citizen. He is too afraid to switch on his video because Hindus are being persecuted in Bangladesh, and therefore he does not want to give away his identity, and we will respect that and we will protect his identity. But this is a person who is now joining us directly from Bangladesh. Sir, if you can hear me, your first comments on what is happening right now in Dhaka and Chittagong. Hindus have hit the streets. They are protesting against the government after the arrest of Chinmoy Das.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Hello. Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you. Go ahead. What would you like to say about what is happening right now in Bangladesh against the Hindus?
We have wanted a bail from the lower court for Chinmoy Krishna Prabhuji, but the court didn't this. Okay, and
Yes.
after that we take action with a peaceful rally and peaceful movement on the prison van, in front of the prison van where the Prabhu was. Okay.
Yes.
And after that, the BGB and police and army throw the sound grenade, and the police take great action, great action from about the Sanatonis, and they throw sound grenade and lathi charge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
The Sanatonis are very affected. They are very affected and injured. They are now in medical and hospitals. But we did not stop our protest. We did not. We will not stop our protest and our movement.
But sir, are you scared? You know, considering the crackdown, you know, lathi charge, grenades, and things being used against Hindus in Bangladesh. Are you scared? Are you scared for your safety? Are people scared for their safety?
No. We are not safe. We are not safe in Bangladesh. We are not safe in Bangladesh now. Okay. The people, the women, the children are very affected. And we will not stop our protest and movement. Okay.
Yes.
We will a press conference after sometimes in Dhakashori.
What is the plan? You're saying that the protests will not stop, but the Yunus government will put even more police on you then.
Sorry.
There will be even more attacks on Hindus if you continue to protest. Are you not scared about that?
No. I'm not scared. We will protest more highly. Okay.
What has been, can you tell us?
Hello?
Can you tell us, because it is very difficult to see the reality from far away outside Bangladesh, sir. Can you tell us what has been happening to Hindus there?
It is now we protest for our existence in Bangladesh. After liberation, we are not comfortable in Bangladesh. Okay. We will movement our 8 demands. We will movement our 8 demands, and after until this demand are not will not fulfill, we became will become highly movement and highly protest.
What are the police saying, sir? Why have they arrested Chinmoy Das, Prabhu? Why have they arrested him?
He is not traitor.
What are they saying? What is the allegation against him?
It's a simple issue. It's a simple issue. Just a simple issue. He is not a traitor. Okay, he's not a traitor. It's just they try to stop our protest and our movement.
Even while Chinmoy Das was being arrested, you know, we saw that he was saying that the protests must continue. So you're saying the protests will continue?
Yeah. The protest will continue, and the movement will continue all over Bangladesh.
And just one final question. Can you tell us what is the situation for Hindus in different parts of Bangladesh? We are seeing what's happened in Dhaka and in Chittagong right now. What about other parts of Bangladesh? Are Hindus facing same thing there also?
They do not want we live in here. Okay, they do not want we live in here. The Hindus, they don't want. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Hello.
Yes. Yes.
Can you
Is there anything? Yes. Continue. Can you hear me, sir? Go ahead. Okay, I think we've lost that line, but as you can see that there is real fear. We tried to convince this particular individual who is in Dhaka to join us on that video link, but he said he genuinely fears for his life. He's part of the protests that are taking place in Dhaka right now, and therefore there was no question of revealing his identity or showing his face. These are real threats that the people of the Hindu community in Bangladesh are facing. I want to also bring in for a perspective India Today's Ashutosh Mishra, who was the first Indian journalist on the ground in Dhaka in August. He returned there a few months later as well to report on how things were going, and he has reported extensively on the persecution of Hindus in Bangladesh, becoming in many ways a lone voice in the global media, even while there was a absolutely worldwide denial of what was actually happening. Ashutosh has actually lifted the curtain on the reality of what's happening in Bangladesh. Ashu, everything that you reported, all the things that you reported about the persecution of Hindus in Bangladesh have basically led up to this point. The crackdown on the Hindu community in Bangladesh has become almost normalized because practically nobody has called it out.
Even if there is someone in the local media in Bangladesh even try to raise the story, either the newspaper houses is burned or the journalists are getting arrested. So that's the modus operandi of this new regime and the fundamentalists, that the entire Bangladesh media is maintaining a zero silence on this. Subsequently, not a single global media outlet is daring to to expose what's happening. We have promised these people we will continue to raise their voices, and since August, almost every week, whatever happening, every moment we are keeping a close tab and we are reporting. In fact, even at the moment I'm getting the SOS person and the member of the Hindu community who was live with you from Chittagong, he was very much at Chittagong, very near from the court premises, and he just dropped you a message that's due to some unavoidable situation, he had to leave abruptly. So he just dropped me a message, and even at the moment we are getting several messages which indicates there's a clear threat. And what has happened this afternoon, it was also being seen as a show of strength by the Hindu community who mobilized themselves in a huge number. Number was in thousands. They came outside the Chittagong court demanding justice and release of Chinmoy Das. Immediately after his bail was rejected, local court sentenced him to jail in judicial custody, and then the protesters, the police and the armed forces combined together with the fundamentalists started attacking brutally. And that has looked like a Jallianwala Bagh kind of visuals that I have access from that in a closed premises where there is no passage or escape way from them to to leave from that place. They were attacked all over by the police, by the armed forces, tear shells, rubber bullets. The injured person number have gone more than 100. Since last night, there have been multiple such protests from southern Cox's Bazar to Maulvi Bazar to Dhaka and to Chittagong, all these places. What it looks like, the kind of messages I'm getting, that this night going to be very critical for them, because the fundamentalists, they have realized the show of the strength, and of course the international media, India Today, is raising their voices, and these videos are going worldwide. They are sharing and they are appealing even the UN bodies to intervene, and that looks like they will be targeted. And there is a message, the kind of SOS calls I have started getting on my WhatsApp. They are watching what we are showing. They are watching their own reports. We are getting the videos. They are helping us to access those videos, how they are happening. They are hiding in different pockets, somehow helping us, helping their voices to, to take it to the world, that what's happening in Bangladesh, why the world community, the global superpowers are totally silent on this, the brutality against the minority Hindus in Bangladesh.
Ashu, continue to report on that. Your reports are going to be a shining light, because the people there sending us this information, joining us live, are taking risks by doing so. and it is very, very palpable in their voice, the words that they're using, the fact that they suddenly have to run off even in the middle of a broadcast. All of that confirms how delicate the situation is for Hindus in Chittagong, Dhaka, and everywhere else in Bangladesh. We will not be taking our eye off this particular story. Thanks very much, Ashu, for getting us that ground perspective on what's happening in Bangladesh at this time. Well, Bangladesh right now is on the boil because things have gone completely out of control. Ashutosh continues to be with me. I think he's just got a message. Ashu, you're getting something fresh from there?
Yes, the person who was live with us, he had to hide, he had to run from that particular pocket. Some people realized that he was talking to media. So he just dropped me a message, thank you, that's why we love India today. You are our brother and protector, but sorry to say it will be a high risk for me. I'm mentally not prepared, and I hope that Chattogram division and Rangpur division will be part, will protect us, and we get some safety assurance, we get protection from the government and the authorities. The situation is extremely difficult for us. That's the SOS message that he just sent me, taking some refuge, some shelter at a safer place. This is the kind of situation for the minorities, particularly what's happening, unfolding in Chittagong. Shiv.
Scary. Ashu, keep in touch with him. I'll bring you back on live when we have more information. I hope he stays safe, and I hope I hope things stay peaceful for him and his family, and we will continue to report on what's happening there in Chittagong. That is India Today's promise on this story.